been a second. But we back. We coming to you live and direct with a very special Monday night block party. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the Generational Wrestling Podcast. As always, is yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. I couldn't do it without him. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes. King Too Cold in the building. What's good?
Man, what's good with you, man? What's good with the people, man? What's happening? What's happening? what's happening? What's going down? Man, bro, look, man, you know, a little bit of people been talking in the news lately, man. So I mean, a little bit of chatter, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, man. You know how we do, man. You know, we got to talk to the people, man. So let's go.
All right, well, with that being said, man, I need y'all to do two things. I need you to bend the knee to your lovely king, and of course, and with that being said, man, we are going to get right into it, man. Wrestling news and rumors. Too Cold, man. Okay, so we're coming off the heels of a very controversial AEW media scrum. We got people, man, talking about this and that and what they would do and what they wouldn't do. Is it a shoot? Is it a work? Is it a work shoot? You got everybody from WWE and all across the board, retired wrestlers, Eric Bischoff. You got everybody, man, talking about, man.
Even Bischoff, right? Like, yeah. Damn, Bischoff, now you crapping on Punk.
You got CM Punk, who came back a little over a year ago now, and man, I want to say this. If this is a work, my God, they've done a great job of getting the people talking. But before I even go into whether I think it's a work or not, Too Cold, man, let's talk about what a difference a year truly makes, right? You know, when CM Punk first came back, you know, he pulled off the impossible. CM Punk, could anybody ever get Phil Brooks, aka Chick Magnet Punk, to return to a wrestling ring? And we started to see a glimmer of hope when he appeared on that backstage show with Fox, with Renee Paquette and Booker T. It's like, okay, it seemed like we get something. It seemed like we getting somewhere, and then we heard the rumblings of, you know, CM Punk joining AEW when it first started. And then he kind of denied that, and then they denied that, and then things wasn't copacetic. And then guess what? Fast forward a couple years later, here we go, Chicago, Illinois. We got CM Punk coming back, returning to professional wrestling. Never thought we'd see it. We see it. We got it. Two-time champion, and just that fast, he goes from being the most beloved figure in sports entertainment to now, man, probably more polarizing than John Cena at this point. Too Cold. What are your thoughts? And is it over, in your opinion, for CM Punk, or is 8 to 9 months out with that injury enough time for him to come back and the fans to sort of forgive and forget?
8 to 9 months is a good enough time for him to come back as a heel and do what he do best. As far as I'm concerned, anything else other than that, if they let him go, well, that'll kind of suck. Because I would want. I mean, you already kind of been doing blow off feuds. You did one with Kingston and Punk not too long ago, so it's like, why not let them hash that shit out in the ring? It's just, so, you know what I'm saying. So, it would make for good TV. I wouldn't have a problem with it. I would keep it. But you know, Tony Khan's Tony Khan. I think it's a work. I think some of it is a shoot. I do think some people do feel some ways about CM Punk or whatnot, and vice versa. But again, there is something about it that's just, you know, you hear, you know, Punk rant was planned, or you know, you're hearing all these other little stuff that's coming out, and it's like, all right, okay, all right. I'm trying to read in between the lines a little bit here, and you know, get a little bit of understanding on this. But no, man, I think this is a work / shoot. I think some things may be some truth to them, but we'll see, man. We'll see.
All right, then you got, you know, people like Bobby Fish, man. Bobby Fish is unrelenting. You got Bobby Fish. You got Miro. Miro was saying, you know, posting a laughing emoji to what CM Punk said, you know, about, you know, standing up for your coworkers after he stuck up for Sasha Banks Naomi a couple months back. And you just got, man, it seemed like you really have people, man, that's truly divided. They don't know if they're for him or against him. And you and I, we've talked about this several times since the news broke. And I think you're absolutely 100% correct. I think right now, even before that whole media scrum, you kind of seen little tiny snippets, right, of Punk becoming kind of more. I'm not going to say a heel per se, but leaning more towards that. On
He's
if
a
you had to
heel.
gauge the meter
He's a
between face
heel.
and heel, it was he was becoming slowly more asshole-ish on screen, and then it's like, okay, now you had this happen. Like you said, he comes back, kind of pulls an MJF, right? Comes back. My thing is this: if he does go heel, you can go no wrong with him coming back, pretending to be a face, and then him turning on the crowd. Or if he comes out and the crowd boos him anyway, well, now you just gave him even more of a reason to be a dick. So I think you could
That
really
too.
use this situation to his advantage, especially if Tony Khan is smart and thinks this out, which I'm sure he will. If MJF is already champion, oh, bro, CM Punk getting booed by default anyway, I would think.
Well, I not only is he getting booed by default, but again, think about when Punk was coming out.
Yeah.
He was asking, "Are y'all sick of me yet?" He was planting the seeds then. He
Yeah.
was planting the seeds then. He was planting the seed, and you could say, no one knew then, but there was always this thing that it was growing tired. People were growing tired of the CM Punk that we were getting.
Yeah.
Um, so that's why when he was being, Mr. Pipe Bomb, certain times it was like, oh, now this is the guy we wanted to see. Now,
Yeah.
regardless if you like him or if you hate him, but this is the guy you want to see. You either like him because he's gonna start some shit, or you either hate him because he's gonna talk some shit and you want to just talk shit about him talking shit and you want to bash on him. Either way it go, you're talking about him. So I see this, if he can come back, I don't think he can take another injury. I don't think he can come back and take another heinous injury. He's already a two-time AEW champion, and honestly, that's subjective in itself. I most definitely I would give him one time, but I don't think he should have been two-time.
Yeah.
I don't think he should have been two-time. But um, yeah, man, when he comes back and yeah, winning if he comes back, give it time. Tony Khan likes to play the long game.
Of
That's
course.
one
Of
thing
course.
I can give him, man, is the long game does pan out for him a lot more often than sometimes the short. But we got to see what comes of this suspension stuff that he's been talking about. Leo, what up, man?
What's good, Leo? What's good? All right, now let's get away from CM Punk a little bit. Let's see. Leo says franchise is backstage at Raw. Okay, I see you on live. Oh, come on, man. You know what the franchise do? Stop it. but hey, Tuco will be coming to you live from Allegiant Stadium when he hit Vegas the next week or so. So y'all make sure to look out for that Raiders logo in the back. But I'm gonna call my boy the Black Rich Gannon. But anywho,
You stupid. You stupid. Not the Black Rich Gannon.
good old
Yeah, you
Sebastian
could have said
Janikowski.
anybody else
Hey,
but Rich Gannon. Hey, get Rich
hey,
Gannon. Damn.
all right, well,
I guess he took him to a Super Bowl, huh? He's all right. Yeah,
I
he's
can I can
decent.
give you Derek Carr if that make you feel better.
I don't want his crazy ass either. You know what, man? I'll just stay me.
Yeah.
I'll just stay me.
How about that? How about that?
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
good with
black is
that.
beautiful. Black is beautiful. All right,
Shit.
moving forward. All right, bro. So, all right, I want to swing things back to the
What's up?
WWE side of things right now. All right,
Right.
so we got Braun Strowman. He made his return recently. We got
Yeah.
we got Control. Bailey, Io, and Dakota. They made their return. You got Johnny Gargano made his return. You got Tommaso Ciampa getting a big push, bro. You got a lot of NXT presence on the
Yeah.
main roster right now. Strong presence. There's also been rumors, former NXT superstar and champion Shinsuke Nakamura, that the word is, man, Triple H has big plans to push Shinsuke. And Shinsuke was one of those guys who came up from NXT that we felt like should have got pushed from the jump, and it just really seemed like Vince didn't know what to do with him. Yes, he's been Intercontinental Champion multiple times. Yes, he's been United States Champion, but it seemed like
Tag
his reign.
champion.
Yeah, it tagged is it, but it felt like his reigns really didn't hold any weight because he wasn't booked the way we were used to seeing him booked in NXT. Now that you hear Triple H wants to get behind Shinsuke and give him a push on the main roster, what are your thoughts, man, on the Shinsuke Nakamura main roster rocking up his ass?
I'm not mad about it. To be truthfully honest, I mean, I think it'd be a good thing for Shinsuke. Something he probably kind of desperately needs, a little refreshing. They've been kind of doing that with him with Walter, the matches that he was having with Walter were back and
Yeah.
forth a little bit. And then, but Sheamus, I'm not Sheamus, not Sheamus. Shinsuke, I want him to get that rock star uh appeal that he should have been had. But I don't know if they got anybody that can really work with him and display him the right way, unless
Mm,
they shift somebody over. So they give us what they gave us years ago, but they squandered.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's AJ Styles versus Nakamura. I think that's the only person right now that can come over. Now the question is you turning Styles heel after you just pretty much kind of made him face or what? But I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really too. I don't know, man. I don't know who's gonna make Nakamura that rock. Show him to be that rock star that we know him to be.
Bro, AEW Tony Khan, they have not been strangers. They've shown that, they're willing to work with any and everybody if the opportunity is right and the situation presents itself. We just seen
For
it
sure.
recently with Forbidden Door with New Japan. Didn't think we would ever see that, at least not this soon. Considering the rumors of the bad blood that's going to be between the two, with a couple of top talent in the way they left. But guess what, man? We made it happen. It was a success. That work they've done with Impact, the work they've done with NWA, the work they've done with Mission Pro Wrestling and so on and so forth. Bro, Triple H, he said for the last 2 years now, WWE is open for business. And even though we knew what it was with Mickey James back at this year's Royal Rumble, nonetheless, we had somebody from an outside company actively wrestling at said company,
Yeah.
champion the said company. She
Yeah.
came in and she did something that ain't been done in 20 years. Okay, now we got Triple H, the true official head of creative right now. And Triple H has shown he's got his ear to the streets. Triple H has shown, man, he doesn't mind listening to the internet if it makes sense. He's shown he can go out here and get these top wrestlers from all over the world, these bingo halls, these smaller promotions, these unknown promotions or lesser known promotions, women like EO Sky, a women like a Dakota Kai, a guy like an Austin Theory, so he's shown, man,
Yeah.
my boy, he's got his ear to the ground. Within the next 5-10 years, assuming AEW is still around, what is the possibility of Tony Khan and Triple H at some point having a reciprocal working relationship?
I AEW is gonna have to stick around for a while. Like they're gonna have to. I'm gonna say 5, maybe 7 years from now, maybe something. But AEW is gonna have to put in some work
Yeah,
and show the world that they're just not some fly by night type of company, that they're gonna actually be around and be a part of the wrestling business, and they're not gonna fold. And I think once they can do that, then maybe we can see something. You can always tease it. You can
yeah,
always kind of do the WWE invasion of WCW kind of like things about it, but man, what Leo says, man, Twitter's gonna be super toxic if and when they happen. I mean, it will be, because you're gonna have people feel, oh, they should have did this, oh, it should have be this, oh, they should have did that, or they're not gonna do this and this and this. I
yeah,
mean, yeah, you're gonna get all of that, but you can't keep people satisfied right now. That's why it's like, if it happens, it'll happen genuinely, and it'll happen for all the right reasons. Now with that being said, when will it happen? That's the thing. I don't know, but I don't see it happening for a while, because like I say, AEW's got to stick around for a while. They gotta put in some work. They gotta do some stuff. And then once they put in their years and they develop a few more stars and they're able to keep some of them stars and they continue to to grow as a company and get some of those people that are hating on them to be like, all right, you know what? I thought this was gonna be trash. I thought it'd be done over a short period of time, but you know what? They actually survived a little bit longer than I thought. People can't give them too much credit, but they'll give them a little bit of credit. And once we get there, that's when you'll know that maybe we got something on our hands that we could be able to enjoy as a wrestling company. I
Leo
mean,
says
wrestling fans.
Leo says we all know the location. It'll be at Chicago.
All right, well,
Hey, Chicago seems to be to Tony Khan with Madison Square Garden is to Vince McMahon. It
I
seems
mean,
like
that's because that's what
Chicago's
Vince got. Vince got L.A. and New York
yeah,
on lock.
yeah.
So it's like he's got to go to Chicago. He
But you
ain't got
know
no
what
choice.
though? I like.
Chicago or Miami.
But you know what?
He's got Miami down there too.
But I like that the fact that I like the Arthur Ashe thing though. Like the whole tennis
Yeah,
stadium concept. I like
the
that.
50,000. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like that's cool. That's a nice little gig. So all right, you can't get MSG, but Arthur Ashe, that's a hell of a look, especially on TV. The way they switch
I
up the
mean,
staging.
it's 50,000 people.
Yeah,
You can't
for a
really go
TV show,
wrong with
a
get
regular
right.
show.
You getting 50,000. Like, bruh, you getting 50,000.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, bruh, what for a TV show? You're right. For like you say, for a TV show, imagine if they did a pay-per-view there. Oh my
Easy,
goodness, a
easy,
pay-per-view, an
easy.
AEW week, a pay-per-view lead up week of Dynamite, Rampage. We know Rampage. We know how that works. But
Yeah,
still, that'd be cool. And then a pay-per-view, like
hell
man,
yeah.
you go in New York, like bro, you gonna do easy, and you put on a good card. Oh man, oh yeah,
Right.
yeah, you got this.
Yeah. But no. Like I said, dude, that's that. But all right, got one more topic for you before we get out of here. It wouldn't be
What's
right
up,
to
man?
franchise and talk about this person. So I got to, man. You already know where we're going with this. We got Sasha Banks. We got Naomi showing out, doing their thing on the runway outside the WWE, taking all kind of bookings and appearances. Man, they really out here getting the bag outside of the company. But let me ask
They're
you
gonna suffer. They're not gonna make it. They're gonna know to do themselves. Oh my
and that's
god!
and
No,
that's
no, no,
exactly
no,
that's
no.
exactly where I'm going
Get the fuck out of here.
right now. Seeing these two doing what they doing outside of WWE, does this open the door for current talent under the Triple H regime to make money doing similar things outside of the ring and making money without WWE necessarily having their hand in the pot like they have in the past?
Yes and no, because so many of them are already doing it under WWE, because WWE is doing it themselves. Uh, so as of right now, I'm gonna say unless they're like Sasha and Naomi, where they don't work for the company anymore, then no, I don't see them doing too much on their own because WWE does this thing already.
Yeah,
Um, and now, what does this does for Sasha and Naomi? Oh, this does wonders for them because this is going to put them out there. First of all, Sasha's already been doing the acting thing with the Mandalorian and all that
yeah,
stuff. So
yeah.
as long as that's doing their thing and they like her and she like them and they like working together, they gonna keep doing what they do. So I don't see no problem with that. Um, and Naomi, she gonna keep doing what she doing. So I mean, shit. And right now, they both seem to be living their best life and being happy and stress free. Shit, shit. So
If somebody that wants to make it outside of WWE, without WWE's backing, they seem like they doing pretty damn all right to me.
I mean, man, right? I mean, very well. I mean, very well. Indeed. So, I'm man, bro. Look, they made the choice that they felt was right for them, man, and they weren't wrong. They weren't wrong. You can just like how they might have went about it, but because of who was running it and what was going on at the time,
Yeah,
they were not wrong. They stood for themselves. They betted on themselves. Period. I am better than this. We just watched Cody Rhodes. Now the only difference is Cody got let go, but we just watched guys like him leave companies and show that they're bigger than what the company thought, and had to
yeah,
come back on. The company has to come back on humble knees, be like, "Hey, you know what? My bad. I fucked up." So I'm not. And with Triple
yeah,
H in place, they don't have to do that. that can be a simple conversation of just,
Yeah.
hey, let's hash it, let's talk, let's make sure everybody's on the same page. Let's make sure we all good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And this is what y'all want to do, and because I know what y'all can do. So it's not like I got to question what
Mhm.
y'all can do. I ain't got to question that. I know who y'all are.
Yeah.
I said, you the glow, you the boss. I already know what the boss is, man. Y'all multi-time women's champions. I'm not tripping about that. So let's see. So let's make sure everything's on the up and up. Y'all happy, we happy. All right, man. Let's go do what we do. When that happens, cool. But right now, hey man, they kicking it, man. Hey, they living their best right now, man. Living their best.
You get into the bag, and one thing I want to make sure to bring up, Sasha Banks, she gets talked about the most out of the two because statistically, as far as championships,
She's done a little bit more.
she's done more. But let's not disregard the fact before Sasha Banks was even in the WWE ring, we had Naomi out here, and she had a hell of a come up for being a funkadactyl to where she at now. I mean, come on, being dubbed as the female Kofi Kingston, the outing she's had at the Rumble, her championship reign when she was the SmackDown Women's Champion, people fucking loved it. Felt like he got cut a little short. So we definitely got to put some respect on her because Naomi is also a future Hall of Famer just as well. So, don't get that twisted. I think a lot of people kind of get that twisted, man. So shout out to her. But
No, and I think that's the thing. Naomi's one of those people. Folks wanted to see her do a little bit more. She's been around. We've watched her come up, from being a cheerleader to being a two-time women's SmackDown champion, not former tag team champion. She's done enough stuff to. She's like I'm gonna be honest, man. To me, Naomi's kind of like the Kofi Kingston of the women's division a little bit, man.
yeah,
She's that acrobat, unorthodox kind of style chick, and no, she doesn't really have a great technical style, but she has great agility. She can make what works for her work.
right.
Um, and you've watched her over the years, man. She's a lot better than some of the women that they got in there right now, and some of the women they had when she was in there, and they were trying to push them. Some of them ain't even around no more. So no, Naomi's always gotten better. She's always added, to her repertoire and what she does. So the issue wasn't the fact that she doesn't have enough. Well, that is an issue, but it's the fact that people people literally petition to the company to use her more.
Yeah,
It's like damn, what more do you need when your fan base is saying, hey man, what are y'all doing? Where is she?
yeah,
Why don't we see her?
yeah.
She's healthy, she's good. Y'all keep trying to push people. Why not push her, man? Like she's over with the fan base. Like Naomi's always been over with the fans. So it's like I sometimes, man, it's like you got something, but you don't never realize how good it could be. And man, just put her in matches. I mean, damn, she ain't gonna win all the time, but shit, she's gonna be entertaining. Promos, are hit or miss from there time to time. It is what it is. There are a lot of people's promos nowadays are hit or miss, but man, for the rest of it, man, for the bare minimum, the basics of what you need out of a star, or at least a valuable asset,
Yeah.
man, she's up there. She's up there.
Well, speaking of up there, hey, guess what, man? This about to be up there because we about to get y'all ready for this Monday Night Raw live watch along, man, in about a couple hours, Got a little bit of time.
Yeah. It's
Got a little
wrong.
bit of time.
No, we are not. We are not doing a whole 3 hour Raw. No,
Nah.
sir.
Hey, look.
No,
We
sir.
give y'all the multi-hour shows during the pay-per-views because it's the pay-per-views. We got to do
Right.
something different. We got to differentiate, you know what I'm saying, the two different types of shows. But we want to give y'all the shoe from the hip. I talked to my man's here
Yeah,
today.
we ain't talked to y'all in a couple of days.
We ain't talked to y'all in a couple of days.
Just want to talk to y'all a couple of
And
days.
we
We miss
feel
y'all, man. We
bad
miss
when we
y'all.
don't talk to
We miss
y'all for
y'all.
a while.
Yeah, man. We miss y'all, man.
Because it'd be like, damn, man, I'm tired. But then after like the second day, it's like, shit, all right, man. It's
Damn,
like,
man. I feel like we gotta talk to the people, man. I feel like
you
man,
know,
I feel like we did something wrong, man. The people want, they mad at us, man. They gonna be mad at us if we don't talk to them. So
we
no,
gotta
man,
talk
we
to the
want to
people,
talk to
man.
y'all. So we
We
want
gotta
to give
talk to the
y'all a
people.
twofer for the day, man. We gave y'all a
Two.
twofer.
Yeah, 2 for 1. You know what I'm saying? Hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your food stamps. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the GOW, the Generation Wrestling
The
Podcast.
hoodest podcast in the world. Nah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Section 8 approved. Just playing.
Hey,
Just playing.
hey.
Boy, give me the government cheese and the tussie. Roll on you.
Ooh,
All right.
yo, man, you wild, boy, you wild.
Hey, look, and I'm sober. But with that being said, man, hey, look, I'm the 29-year-old piece of gold. He's King Too Cold, and we'll see y'all in a minute.
Y'all
You
see the
can hit
new
like
logos? I finally got some new glasses. I can see y'all. I can see, man. Y'all beautiful, man. I can see.
Hey, what's that commercial? I can see clearly
Now,
now. The
the
rain
fun is gone. It is gone. I can see good now, baby. So I
Yeah.
can't wait to see y'all later tonight. So make sure y'all set y'all notifications like my boy said, man. And we will see y'all tonight.
Ooh, that was a smooth transition. Peace.
Peace.